Hello everyone. Welcome to Clasital's Listening, Academic Listening, Non-Completion Question and Answer session. Let me see. Welcome Anna, welcome Shreya, welcome Angela, welcome Shashwat, welcome Harar, welcome Narayan, welcome Pradishi, and welcome Suman. Welcome everyone. Today I will be your teacher. My name is Burçin Cenk. I am an IELTS teacher. And let me share my screen with you so we can start slowly. Good evening, everyone. Yes, today we will do some listening questions, and we will see listening, not completion question type. I will be sharing with you some tips and strategies. Then we will have two audio and total 20 questions, yes, something like that. Okay, first, let me share you some tips and strategies. In this question type, questions come in order. So first, you will hear the answer to question one, then you will hear the answer to question two. Um, the, you will hear the keyword and paraphrases, and you will be mostly asked lists, some headings, some subheadings, numbers, bullet points, some things like that. Apart from the form completion questions, this question type mostly comes in part 4 or 2, so you will be one person speaking, one person making a monologue on a subject, and it can be a little bit more difficult than the form completion questions. And as I said, you will hear headings, subheadings, bullet points, things like that. Read the instructions carefully because uh, you should pay attention to the word limit. If it is, say, no more than 3 words, and if you write, if you hear a very beautiful day, so it makes 4 words, for example, it will count it as wrong. If it says 3, you should write mostly 3 words. Even if your answer is correct, it will be counted as wrong and you won't get a point because of that. And watch out for distractors. Maybe the speaker will say, like, this is a very beautiful day, but in the end, it turned out to be bad. So you should pay attention to this but, although, despite of, however, these things change the meaning and they are using a lot in the IELTS listening part. Okay, let's continue. Yes, this is all you need to know on the theoretical basis. We should practice. We should get used to this question type. So let's continue. Yes, you will hear a radio broadcast called Focus on the Arts. First, we will have some time to look at the questions. Let's see. It says complete the notes below. By the way, this is from the section 2. It says write no more than 3 words or and a number. Okay, no more than 3 words or a number. Well known for, it can be everything actually. I think, Sashwat, can you can you go and come back, please? Because it looks like the others can hear my sound. Well known for. We don't know what is it well known for. Okay, let's see. Complex consists of concert rooms, theaters, cinemas, art galleries, public library, restaurants. So it is just goes and goes. So it will be something something like that. So I can assume that it will be like, I don't know, cinema, library. So it will be a noun. I can accept that number 12 will be a noun. It won't be something like running, run, read, but it will be a noun. Okay, 13, 1944, area destroyed by bombs. Then in the 1916, center was something. We don't know. It says here, area destroyed, and it says center was. Maybe we will hear something, a verb here. Most probably. We don't know what it will be happen, but most probably I will hear a verb. Or something like center was abandoned. But abandon is a like comes from the verb root too. So it will be a verb, an action. In we are talking about today's 1940s, 1960s, in some date, so it will be a number in 19, yes, it will be a year in 19 something, maybe 2000 something, open to public, managed by, I think here we will hear a name, managed by John, managed by uh, government. So we will hear a name, and it says open blah blah days per week. So I can assume that it will be a number two. Let me see. 11. We don't know. 12. It will be a noun, I assume. 13. It will be a verb, but I'm putting a question mark. 14. It will be a date. 15, it will be a noun, I guess. And 16 will be the number. Yes. As you can see, it goes continue till the 20, but we will have time to look at the other questions. For now, we only have these ones. And this is an interactive classroom. So if you have, I will stop the audio when I hear the answer. If you find the answer, please write it from the chat part. Now we are starting slowly.
Section 2. You will hear a radio broadcast called Focus on the Arts. First, you have some time to look at questions 11 to 16 on page 4. Now listen carefully and answer questions 11 to 16.
Hello, and welcome to Focus on the Arts. I'm your host, Dave Green, and this is your very own local radio programme. Every Friday evening, we put the spotlight on different arts and culture facilities and look at the shows and events that are on offer in the coming week. And today, the focus is on the National Arts Centre. Now, if you don't already know it yourself, I'm sure you've all heard of it. It's famous throughout the world as one of the major venues for classical music.
Could you hear the answer? It says it is famous for. Very good. Famous. Let's hear it again. Of course.
And events that are on offer in the coming week. And today the focus is on the National Arts Centre. Now, if you don't already know it yourself, I'm sure you've all heard of it. It's famous throughout the world as one of the major venues for classical music. But did you know
Classical music?
Yes, it is. It is classical music. You can say well known for classical, yes, music. Yes. Now let's hear the rest.
that it's actually much more than just a place to hear concerts? The centre itself is a huge complex that caters for a great range of arts. Under a single roof it houses concert rooms, theatres, cinemas, art galleries and a wonderful public library, as well as service facilities including 3 restaurants and a bookshop. So, at any one time,
You are going great, Freya.
3 restaurants?
3 restaurants and a service facilities.
Bookshop.
Yes. It says
Ma'am, that will be more than 3 words, no?
bookshop. No more, yes, it will be no more than 3 words. So at top, it can be 3 words. Bookshop, it can be a bookshop. It can be, it depends on you. Let's listen to that part again.
complex that caters for a great range of arts. Under a single roof it houses concert rooms, theatres, cinemas, art galleries and a wonderful public library, as well as service facilities including 3 restaurants and a bookshop. So, at any one time, the choice of entertainment there is simply enormous. So, how did they manage to build such a big arts complex right in the heart of the city? Well, the area was completely destroyed by bombs during the war in 1940. So the opportunity was taken to create a cultural centre that would be what they called the city's gift to the nation. Of course, it took a while for such a big project to get started, but it was planned in the 60s, built in the 70s, and eventually opened to the public in 1983. City's gift to the nation. Of course, it took a while for such a big project to get started, but it was planned in the 60s, built in the 70s, and eventually opened to the public in 1983. Ever since then,
Yes, very good. Very good. Yes, it says in the 1960s, center was planned and it finally opened in 1983. Yes, it is open to public. Very good. Yes. Now, let's see. Is it managed by who? And open how many days per year?
it has proved to be a great success. It's not privately owned, like many arts centres, but is still in public hands. It's run by the City Council. Both our National Symphony built in the 70s and eventually opened to the public in 1983. Ever since then, it has proved to be a great success. It's not privately owned, like many arts centres, but is still in public hands. It's run by the City Council. Both our National Symphony Orchestra and National Theatre Company were involved.
Yes, very good, Suman. Very good, Shavad. Very good, Anjali. They're all their correct city council. Yes. It says managed by. In the recording, it says run by. So they use as synonyms. Very good.
And they're now based there, giving regular performances every week. And as the centre is open 363 days of the year, there are plenty of performances to choose from.
Yes, it was a little bit quick, but could you able to catch it? Very good. Yes, 363. It is open for 363 days per year.
Before you hear the rest of the broadcast, you have some time to look at questions 17 to 20 on page 5.
Okay, let's look at it quickly. It says day, time, no more than 3 words again. Venue. It says here cinema 2, so it will be a noun, a place. 17 will be a place. 18 will be a name, a special name like the magic flute. And
Now listen and answer questions 17.
because I'm speaking, I'm slow, you will do it in the exam, don't worry. Ticket price, a number, a price, and blah blah art exhibition. Again, it will be a name. So 17 place, 18 name, 19 price, and 20 again a name. Let's hear it now.
To 20.
So, to give you some idea of what's on, and to help you choose from the many possibilities, we've made a selection of the star attractions. If you're interested in classical music, then we recommend you go along to the National on either Monday or Tuesday evening at 7:30 for a spectacular production of the Magic Flute, probably the most popular of all Mozart's operas. It's in the Garden Hall, and tickets start at only £8, but you'll have to be...
You are getting better. I am very happy to see that. Yes, it says it's at the Garden Hall. Very good. I have 1, 2, 3 answer. Very good. You are doing great. Very nice.
early if you want to get them that cheap. And remember, it's only on for those 2 evenings. For those more interested in the cinema, you might like to see the new Canadian film, which is showing on Wednesday evening at 8 p.m. in Cinema 2. And that's called 3 Lives. It's had fantastic reviews, and tickets cost just £4.50, which is a reduction on the usual price of £5.50. So,
Yes, 3 lives, and it says very good. Yes, you can write 3 or 3, it doesn't matter. Let me see. 3 lives. Right. And it is 4.50. Yes, it says it is a reduction from, the price is reduction from reduction discount. So maybe with a pound sign, right? Yes, it is with a pound sign because it is a ticket price. That's why it should be a pound. Where is my pound sign? Hey, I couldn't find it, sorry. Yes. Yes, it is with a pound sign. Don't worry, it will be on the exam. I forgot how to do it. I don't want to press anything. But yes, it is with a pound sign. Let's continue. And we have one question left. Very good. It is Saturday, Sunday, blah, blah.
It's really good value, especially for such a great movie. But you can see the centre's main attraction at the weekend, because on Saturday and Sunday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m, they're showing a wonderful new exhibition that hasn't been seen anywhere else in Europe yet. It's a collection of Chinese art called Faces of China. That's in Gallery 1, and it has some really fascinating paintings and sculptures by leading
It's asking for a name. In here, yes, in here we all see names. The music flute, blah blah Canadian film, and it says art exhibition. And do you see the commas here? Not the comma, like the tick here. It is asking for a name. Faces of China. So we should write the Faces of China here. And in here, we should write them with the capital letters. Because if we are not certain about the Faces of China. Oh, do you want to see? Do you want to hear it again? Of course. Let me take it a little bit back.
because on Saturday and Sunday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m, they're showing a wonderful new exhibition that hasn't been seen anywhere else in Europe yet. It's a collection of Chinese art called Faces of China. That's in Gallery 1, and it has some really fascinating paintings and sculptures by leading artists from all over China.
I hope that you could catch it now. It says, oops, where is it? Faces of China. It's at the Gallery 1, it is free, and blah blah. Yes, actually, capital and small letter makes difference. So please pay attention to it. If you are not certain about the small and capital letter, you can write all of them in the capital letter. It makes a difference, especially names, places, this kind of things makes difference. Make difference. We have finished 10 questions, by the way. Let's finish our listening, then we can see.
And the good news is that it's completely free, so don't miss it. So why not go along to the National Arts Centre next week for one or all of these great events? And you can always pick up a programme and check out all the other performances and exhibitions on offer, or coming soon, on almost every day of the year. Next week, we'll be looking at the new Museum of Science.
That is the end of section 2. You now have half a minute to check your answers.
Yes, you will be given half a minute to check your answers. Yes, if you are not certain about it, where was it? Garden Hall, you can write all of them with the capital letters. But in here, for example, it can matter because Faces of China can matter. If you're not sure, please do like Faces of China. It doesn't matter. And you will be always given time. Let's see, our time is not finished. You will be
Now
always
turn to section 3
on
page 6.
Thank you. You will. No, I am so sorry, Dad. You will be given extra time to check your spelling and your answers. And I'm sorry, but you can't pause the audios during the tests. And you can't take it back. But because we are doing it like for the practice, I am pausing them, but normally you can't. That's why you should practice. From after a while, you will be able to hear all of them and you will be able to write all of them. But for now, we can't do it. Sorry. That's why let's continue with our practice. Did I do it? Garden Hall, Tree Lives, Face of China. Yes. Okay, now we have a long text to. This is from section 4. So it is a little bit difficult. It will be a little bit difficult. We should pay more attention. Let's see it. It says conflict at work. Chief executive, CEOs, other managers, minimizing conflict. So we should pay attention to the headings. Okay, conflict mostly consists of behavior in general category of beating, punching, I don't know. But it will be, I believe that it will be some noun, something, ing. I'm just like making a guess here actually. Often a result of people wanting to prove their ego. Do you know what is a conflict is? Conflict means there's a like something like something. I haven't wrote the word limit. This is just, sorry, it is just one word. You can only use one word or a number in this one. Because the listening part, the audio is a little bit difficult, they may give you this one, but you may use only one word. You are very right, Suman. Thank you very much. Let's see. Often a result of people wanting to prove their ego. So it will be a noun too, also caused by differences in something between people. Again, yes, it can be. Difference of opinion. No, it can't be because it should be just one word. Yes. Blah blah conflicts. Again, it will be a noun. What conflicts? Friend conflicts. And conflict-related stress can cause something that may last for months. Again, it will be a noun. Yes, thank you very much, Rhea. Yes, sorry. Yes, conflict means there's like, yes, different opinions. And because of the different opinions, people may not be able to get well with each other. When people don't get well with each other, there is a conflict. Let's see. Chief executives, many have both blah blah and anxiety, stress and anxiety. So it will be a noun. May not like to have their decision questioned. There may be conflict between people who have different opinions. So again, it will be a noun. A structure that is more flexible. So it will be an adjective maybe. More difficult, more flexible, more painful. Yes, it will be an adjective. Other managers and minimizing conflict. Bosses need to try too hard to gain confidence. So it will be a noun. Someone from outside the company may be given the role of role of boss in order to resolve conflicts. And so it will be a noun again. Are you ready? We want to start? Don't worry, you will lead. You were great with the section 2 questions, and you can only write one word here.
Over the years, attitudes towards workers have changed considerably. After all, there was a time when workers had no rights at all and laboured in appalling conditions. Conditions have improved a lot, but conflict in the workplace is still common, and human resources managers nowadays need to be able to deal with it when necessary. What is conflict in the workplace? Definitions vary, but I'm taking it to refer to a whole range of behaviours that the victim finds unacceptable, from minor, harmless arguments to, at the opposite extreme, physical violence. Much of this is covered by the term bullying, by which I mean one or more people behaving.
Very good. Yes, they are using lots of synonyms, lots of things, but in the end they are using just one word and it is easy to catch, but they are paraphrasing it a lot. But the answer in the section 4 usually more clear, if you know.
Much of this is covered by the term bullying, by which I mean one or more people behaving abusively or aggressively against another who is in a weaker position. Although all behaviour like this is a form of conflict, not all conflict can be described in these terms. As with all human behaviour, there are numerous reasons for it, but often it's caused by someone who feels the need to show their superiority over someone else.
Very good. And your spelling is great too. I think I am facing a very clever students today. I am very happy to see that. Superiority. Yes, very good. You are great. Often a result of people wanting to prove their superiority. Also caused by differences in something. Again, it will be a noun.
In order to feel that they aren't at the lowest level in a hierarchy or a group of people. In some cases, one person simply dislikes the other on the basis that the personality of one is in some way incompatible with that of the other person.
Good. I thought that it is a little bit difficult, but you were able to catch it. Yes. It says personality. I will play it again. One. Will it be enough? It is enough. Very good.
In some cases, one person simply dislikes the other on the basis that the personality of one is in some way incompatible with that of the other person. A general habit of optimism in one person could make them intolerant of a colleague who's constantly pessimistic. Not that that justifies treating them badly, of course. Some conflicts arise when people are more interested in promoting themselves and their team than in the company as a whole. These conflicts are called structural and could come about, for example, when a sales...
Yes. Structural. Very good. Structural. Very good. Harder only you can. Maybe structural. Very good. Structural, yes, now it is correct. As you can see, the audio is more difficult, but the answers are more clearer.
Team believe they are the only people in the business who do any useful work and look down on behind-the-scenes administrators. Conflict obviously affects the individuals concerned. The situation is likely to be very stressful for victims, resulting in their absence from work, possibly for months. For the company, if no effort is made to deal with
Absence is the correct answer. Hashwinder, absence from work is a little bit long for this one because we have one word limit. So yes, it is absence. So if our answer was different, like if we could use more than one word, maybe we could write something else because conflict related stress can cause long-term absence. No, it says last word. Yes, it is the normal speed of the audios. It will be that slow. This is taken from Cambridge. I haven't written it. Let me see. No, in this time I didn't. Next time I will write. Yes. Next time I will write it from which test I took it. So yes, it will be that slow. They will be speaking in this one. So it is section 1, 2, 3, 4. It is a monologue given on a subject. What is it about the conflict at work? But it will be that slow. Let me see. Absence that may last for months. Now we will hear something about the CEOs.
with conflict, it can spiral out of control and even lead to the breakdown of the business. Some interesting work with chief executives, CEOs, has uncovered some of the reasons why they may treat colleagues badly. Many CEOs combine two opposing characteristics: confidence, that is, the belief that they're capable of great achievements, with a high level of anxiety, a fear of...
Very good. They have both confidence and anxiety. May not like they have their decision questions. There may be conflict between people who have different something. Let's see.
missing targets, whether set by themselves or by the directors of the company. This combination can make them respond badly to anyone who questions their decisions. In a high-pressure work environment, such characteristics become problematic, and it's particularly difficult to tackle the situation where colleagues, managers, and board members are all trying to achieve their own visions. When they can't agree on
Good. This I think fairy, I think this should be visions. Different. visions. I'm thinking about it. Yes, I think so. Who have different visions. I have different vision from you. They have different visions. Yes. Very good. Now they will be talking about other managers. A structure that is more flexible may create a feeling of uncertainty. Oof. But it says uncertainty, so maybe it will be something negative. But I'm just assuming, I don't know.
Strategic issues and on where they see the business going, there are real problems. For managers at lower levels within the organisation, it might seem that an autocratic form of management, where the chief executive gives orders and everyone else, board members, are all trying to achieve their own visions. When they can't agree on strategic issues and on where they see the business going, there are real problems. For managers at lower levels within the organisation, it might seem that an autocratic form of management, where the chief executive gives orders and everyone else has to obey, would see more conflict than others. Interestingly, though, a company with a more democratic business model can suffer more when uncertainty about who to report to leads to conflicting demands.
Yes, I see many autocratic answer. But yes, in the end, we have reached our answer. It is democratic. Yes, very good. Do you want to listen to it again, or is it okay? I think we have seen how this goes.
It is okay.
Okay, very good. Okay, let's see here that part two. What time? Ooh, our time is going late, but it's okay.
A more democratic business model can suffer their own visions. When they can't agree on strategic issues and on where they see the business going, there are real problems. For managers at lower levels within the organisation, it might seem that an autocratic form of management, where the chief executive gives orders and everyone else has to obey, would see more conflict than others. Interestingly, though, a company with a more democratic business model can suffer more when uncertainty about who to report to leads to conflicting demands. Now I'll say a little about dealing with the type of conflict that has harmful effects. Of course, the ideal is to prevent it arising in the first place. A good manager at any level will make efforts to earn the respect of the people they work with, particularly.
Yes, you are very right. It is respect. A good manager should gain respect. What does it say? Something like that. Oops. Try hard to gain. And it says someone from the outside the company may be given the role of, I don't know, something in order to resolve conflicts. Let's continue.
Those who report to them. That will involve politeness in all communications and treating them as equals who happen to have a different role within the organisation. Sometimes, of course, conflict does occur and can get out of hand. In such cases, the Human Resources Department often gets involved. However, if one of the parties in a conflict sees human resources as simply a mouthpiece for the chief executive, then an external mediator might be able to help. By talking to both sides and trying to find the truth of what's been happening, they can build a clear picture of the situation and give feedback that both sides will accept, precisely because they're independent.
Okay, boss need to try hard to gain their respect, and as we said in the beginning, thanks to Suman, we can only write one word. The someone from outside the company may be given the role of mediator. Mediator. Yes, someone from outside the for outside of the company, they wrote external. It means like outside of the company, outside of the somewhere. And yes, this was my section for questions. Again, you will be given time to check your answers. Yes. Submit. Why does it say like this? I have no idea. Why? This is my mistake. Okay. Let me see. Suman. Let's do that way. Let me stop sharing that one with you. You can go to Clasital's library and you can find it. You can find these ones from the practice materials. You can see the listening ones. And this time, let's do that way. Don't stop the audio. Let's just, when you hear it, just type the answer and let's see how many questions you can do correctly. And do the other questions too. I think I have, yes, 1, 2, 3. We have, and maybe more, but I'm not sure. You can go to Clasital webpage and do it. And this time, don't stop it. Just listen and type what you hear, and so you can test yourself. Do you have any questions? I took my notes about the speed of the things. Where can we find the recordings? From in here, in these questions. Let me click on it. I click on the link. Where is it? Focus on the arts. You can reach to do recordings from here too. Where you can find recordings. I'm taking them from several recordings. Yes, from the library you can find them. I took my notes about the speed of the audio. Can I stop the audio? And the capital letter questions. Do you have any other questions?
Ma'am,
Uh-huh.
that vision and visions thing, that S is matters. Like if we write vision, not visions.
I see. In here, actually, plurals are important too. because it says like the vision and we have different visions. Was it in there? No, not this one. But in this one, yes, plurals are important too.
Okay.
Yes, it said visions. So we shouldn't change what we hear.
Like sometimes we cannot hear the S, na? So that's why.
Yes, sometimes we can't hear it, but we can just try to like guess it from the meaning, from the sentences.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
We will take chess. Thank you very
Ma'am,
much, everyone. Thank you very much for joining to me. Thank you very much for participating. It was a wonderful lesson. Thank you very much. See you hopefully tomorrow. See you.